Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
No! I said, are you ready?
You're listening to the Goof Norton Radio Show.
He's the best of the best of the best.
He has a wonderful voice.
If you don't like him,
You don't have a soul.
I'm sure your sister will.
Hey, babe, you want to go out?
Ooh, oh man, how we doing? Ooh, all right. It has been a minute since we've been able to do something like this. You know, getting down. The connection's not gonna be so great because I'm downloading a game right now for stream. So you know. Ah man, but how we doing, everybody? How we doing? It has been months since I've done another little podcast episode, and that's just because I've been busy streaming, doing stuff for YouTube. But we'll get into that in a minute here. But yeah, we're here on YouTube. Woo, the dual stream, yay! Like the description says over on YouTube, we've been doing the podcast for about 10 years on and off. And it has been a pleasure to be able to just do something like this just freely and just casually and just have fun with it. We've had definitely some good highlights from it, and I've definitely had some growth from it because some of the things that I've talked about and whatnot, made me think. Where I stand in gaming and such. And don't you frickin' turn off on me, you dirty Xbox. All right. And it's kind of shaped how I view games a little bit. Allowed me to, form my own, little perspective and whatnot, and gain some insight. And also get a little view into the world of other people. Because, through the people that I've interviewed, and talk to and whatnot. I've been on different podcasts and whatnot before, so it's a couple times actually now. It's been interesting. It's been fun. Absolutely been fun. I can't really say too many bad things. Like I had my moments of stupidity, where I had the Midnight Thoughts series. Hopefully it should be off Spotify by now. If it's still somehow there, I'm sorry. But those are just, stuff that happened like after my workout at midnight, and I'd come home still being, fueled by the caffeine for my pre-workout. And then just be me getting the thoughts off my mind before I go to sleep, which is great. It did help me sleep. I will not lie. I got some pretty good Z's after that. Okay, make sure this phone didn't cut off. Gosh, nobody cares. Stop talking. All right. But as I was saying earlier, yeah, it's been 10 years. Hooray for making it this long and still not stopping because I had no reason to. I've moved, life has changed, and, new things have happened, and I'm like, oh man. But the thing that has been consistent is that I've still been gaming. I've still been, staying online, interacting with these different communities, and I have regressed from others. And it's been a very interesting journey. So this year, these last few months, I've been looking through my Discords, through my Twitch follows list, and I've been unfollowing, unsubscribing from people. Some of it is just me not being interested in the content, because sometimes there's moments where someone gets rated, we get swept up in the hype, we subscribe, and we do all these other things, and then it's like I don't actually watch this person's content, so I'm just gonna walk away. Because even though I've sat in on a few streams outside of raids and all that good stuff, it's just like it's not for me. Person probably fine, but the content itself not something I'm interested in, and I get that. People do that for me all the time. I understand. I am not for everybody. and that's one of the biggest things that I've had to realize. I mean, I realized that early on. Um, it didn't take too long for me to notice that and understand this content is not going to be very popular because I am not someone who has that kind of personality that everyone is going to enjoy. The content I do here can be mild mannered. It can be bombastic at times, but typically I'm pretty, even keel. So it's not anything that somebody's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's he's amazing." Like I get it. And I don't put nearly as much effort as I used to into these. Man, I do not put nearly as much effort into these as I used to, and it's not for a lack of caring. It just, life is busy, and I'd like to manage my energy output throughout the day. I'm like, okay, well, my job is important, and then my wife is important, so I gotta kind of balance those two. Not really balance, but after one is over, give energy to the next thing, and then my workouts and such, and family, and a lot of other tasks that come before streaming. When I think about that, not all often, but I definitely think about that enough for it to be in my mind and for me not to forget so easily, because those are things I have to consider when it comes to doing this kind of thing. Because I like doing it, and out of everybody I've met, I'm still here. You know, I have seen people start up, and I have seen people who have been doing this longer than I have dwindle away, and now here I am still going. And it is the time that I started YouTube and the time that I started Twitch, and here I am all these years later. I'm still here, or still able to do both of these. Um, Doing the YouTube thing again more consistently with Tales of Arise. We're gonna finish that game, and then the pattern may drop. I may not be doing that as consistently, which is fair. Tales has been such a good game, and I didn't think I'd like. I didn't. I honestly, I'm not a JRPG kind of guy. I didn't think I'd enjoy it so much, but this is pretty good. That's pretty nice. So I've been able to be like, oh, this is fun. What a fun game, and I want more. But I don't know if I want to play the other Tales games because, again, if I have to purchase it, I really don't want to take that chance and be like, oh, well, I spent $20 on this game and it was a waste of money, you know. But considering how much I've spent on all the little add-ons, all the little extra DLC for the game, except for the actual like game DLC, I bought little add-ons like currency levels and all this other stuff that helps me get through the game. Because my goal was to experience the story part of the game, and because I didn't want to be stuck on battles for like 2 3 episodes in a row. Because looking back at old content that happened, and it was rough. Not that it killed the series and killed any really momentum. It added a little bit to the tension and the build up. It's like, ooh, you're gonna beat it this time. But it gets to a certain point where people stop watching because they're like, no, this guy's he just sucks at this game. Because that's how the internet is, easily, I'm sorry, fickle and very judgmental. You know, though they shouldn't be, but it is. But they are. Like that's how a lot of people on the internet are. And not everyone. There's a good chunk of people out there that are pretty good at giving content creators a chance and understanding that, well, I would struggle with this, but the people that are like, I would never. They're called the I would nevers because that's exactly what they say. Oh, I would never. No, I would never. I would never. Doesn't matter the situation. I would never. Like, ooh, man, you must be a perfect person being really rich. No wonder you're bored and have all this time to talk about how you would never on social media and beyond. Did my freaking. I saw that restream. The game is done downloading, so I don't know what it's doing. All right. I got a couple mods to download, but we'll see what happens here. But yeah, it's. I will say recently I have. Yeah, I stopped following somebody I was following for a while. I dipped from the Discord immediately, like during. Well, it's happened while they were streaming. because I don't want to make, and I didn't, want to make a fuss about it. So I'm not one of those people that's like, oh guys, it's been a tough ride, it's been a good ride, and or air my grievances and then just freaking leave. I just left. I never like after a while you stop being a part of the community, even though you show up for streams and you interact with people, and it just doesn't feel like you're welcome there. And it happens. Like it's just you're not there, you're not a part of it, and I'm okay with that. You know, and in that moment, I happen to be one of the longest subs of that channel, but that's okay. Everything has its place, and sometimes the era just must end, and it's time to close the chapter on that book. Which time to close out the chapter in the book, and move on to something else. Because now that time I would spend is freed up for potentially something else to take its place. And that's one less thing. And I honestly, I'm not going to lie, I haven't missed it. The notification, the lack of notification is fine. I don't have to look and be like, oh, what's the schedule this week? I don't care. I'm not in that anymore. Um, and when you are really a significant part of a community and you're really involved and people really care, they reach out. At some point I did accidentally leave a so at some point I was in a veterans Discord. I mean, like, it was all of us. We were, for service peeps, and veterans. Dude, I accidentally sent a message, something like that sounded cryptic and terrifying. Because I was like, "Yep, everybody have a good life," and I left the Discord, and people were freaking panicking because I had like 10 messages. They're like, "Are you okay? Oh my gosh, what happened?" Because they were making sure I didn't do something harmful to myself. It's like, oh yeah, I'm like, I was like, oh shoot, yeah, sorry, I probably shouldn't have said it like that. Oh my gosh, at least they cared enough to reach out in that moment. But I just up and left. Yeah, I'm subscribed from that particular Twitch channel, and um and it still popped up after I unsubscribed and unfollowed because it was like, hey, do you want to watch this? I was like, and I had to click the not interested because I'm no longer that interested. And there was some level of hypocrisy, but I was like, ooh, yeah, I'm good. I'll pass. Because here's the thing, I'm not immune to hypocrisy because I'm a human being and I'm imperfect. But I try to recognize it and be like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be better than that behavior. That's not how I was raised. Um, so it's stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Um, but I guess no ill will. I'm out here doing my thing and enjoying my time. It is, I don't know, day 7,600 of a wonderful government shutdown. I can't say much about it. It's just preventing me from getting stuff done. So once that is lifted and everything's fine, hopefully, I will be able to make a bigger announcement about some fun things that are happening. But until then, I can't say jack. So I won't. I will leave that a mystery. All right. So back to the main topic at hand. YouTube. It's been a long time. We're in 2025 now. We're coming to the end of 2025. In 2014, at the end of 2014, is when I started doing YouTube. It was in December. My first YouTube video went up of the actual video of me. I think, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty sure the video is still there if anybody can go back and see it. But I'm pretty sure I have an upload of Team 4 Stars Bardock parody. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I think that was that was my first actual video. I don't know freaking why. There's no rhyme, there's no reason. It doesn't make any sense. But like that is the first video that would actually appear on my channel. And I'm gonna go look at it now because I have to see this for myself. But the other video I posted is a Dragon Ball Z fighting game. Yep, the special episode of Bardock. It is there. DFS, don't kill me. I know you guys are already in a hole of trouble, but for with Toriyama and Fuji TV and Funimation and whatnot, like they were quite upset that happened. But December 30th, 2014 is when I uploaded my first video. It's been a blast since then. And though, those views no longer exist because the YouTube has expanded, bloated. And there's so much content now that you can go and just search for days and days and days for probably a week straight, even more than a week straight, and not find every creator that has ever posted something. You could go years and keep finding new people and new people and new people and new people. So I'm not surprised as someone who has, just over 300 subscribers. I'm not anything super significant in the YouTube space. I am merely just who I've always been. I'm just me posting videos every now and then. If someone watches them, great. If they don't, well, I tried. And now that there are a couple of people who I've known who are aware that this channel exists, interact with it and what, it's cool. Oh, but man, 10 years, man, 10 years. And my old videos are funny to me. Not funny in the sense that I look at them and I watch them and I'm like, ha ha ha, that's a good joke. It's just like, yep, that is about where I was in life. Like that's about where I was. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just mimicking, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier at the time because those were the main two influences in my content. And I was like, yeah. I don't really look any different. I just aged a bit, but I don't actually age. So, yeah. I will say, as I get older, it is weird. Because I'll be honest, I am not an only child. I have siblings. I have 3 siblings, in fact, but I'm the youngest one. Why is it that my coworkers are like, you carry yourself so mature? I'm like, I guess I do. I walk very seriously. If anybody sees me walking in public, you're gonna be like, man, this guy might try to kill someone. Like, are you okay, buddy? Like, it's happened before, and I'm not. I don't know, man. I don't fix it because I'm like, it's not the worst thing that somebody could tell me, but when was this video posted? Because I don't remember actually doing this. Oh, well, I did credit the right people, so that's good. At least I gave them credit and didn't just steal it and be like, yeah, this is mine. I did this. That's hilarious. Oh, man. What the heck? That's not PG content. What was I making earlier in my day? Oh, gosh. Yeah. The days before when I didn't have access to any sort of Photoshop, so I just took thumbnails from Google, and I was like, that'll work. Nobody will notice. People notice. Some people notice. Not everybody noticed. Some people are like, oh, that's great. That literally has the person's name in the... Oops. We're not going to talk about that. Yeah, some of my oldest videos, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Wow, this was 10 years ago. I had face cam. 10 years ago, I had face cam. 10 years ago. You could find... There, like, my face is there. And to be fair, not much has changed. I look fairly the same. I have obviously more muscle on my body, but that's about it. Maybe a little bit taller too. dang it, I don't age. I'm just looking at this like, and I'm like, I look the freaking same, dude. Nothing changed. Oh gosh, it's been 10 years, and there's not really much of a difference. I got genetics like that, man. Man, because like if people saw my parents, they wouldn't understand how old they are. And I'm like, oh yeah, don't look their age. They are their age. Man, my thanks for 50 subs video. What a time that was. Yeah, what do we have to reflect on at 50 subs? Not much. There's a bunch of videos that came before me getting there. Um and I think the incredible part about my channel is that it's the amount of videos I'm able to pump out for being a teenager at the time, and you know, not being someone who had access to a lot, because I had access to Bandicam, and I think Wondershare was the first software that I used. Yep, Wondershare, the big Wondershare watermark. But after that, after I figured out some things and researched some stuff, and I found like Bandicam and what's the other one called? It's not Fraps. There's another one out there that I can't remember. Dream something. But OBS came way later, way later. Oh man. And I used Bandicam up until like the point where they're like, okay, no more Bandicam, buy the frickin' software. And I had so many videos done before that point. That was crazy. And yeah, that's me using a family laptop, like because we did have a family desktop at some point, but we switched to a laptop. I don't know why that happened. That wasn't really the best decision for us. A desktop would have lasted longer and upgradable and such, but not my decision because I didn't know computers at the time. I know a lot more about computers now, and I'm like, oh, desktop is nice because you can just upgrade that sucker, having a nice tower and such. But we had a ThinkPad. That was the thing. We had a ThinkPad. Oh man. Oh boy, yeah. We were one of them peoples. We had ourselves a good old ThinkPad. I will have to take a break at in a few minutes, so sorry for everybody watching this afterwards. You'll be able to see when we come back. But man, like I'm looking back. Like I used to play some type of horror games. They didn't work out all that well, but it was an attempt. Um oh man, and Tumbra. That freaking game was actually a little freaky at points. I was like, "Oh." Once I saw more of it, and I was like, "Oh, that's ooh." But yeah, look at all the new ground. I played a bunch of Newgrounds games. Eight Ball Pool, that was popular. Happy Wheels was always a thing. I don't know when Happy Wheels became not relevant to me, but man, when I dropped it, I dropped it. Like it just didn't make any more appearances after a while, and I was like, screw this game. And I was able to and Emily is away. And you can see the progression when when I was able to start getting like some money for things. And I guess I was asking my parents for money for some of these games because I'm like, yeah, I know which ones were free. I'm looking at that game and I'm like, one costs money, but some of these are just emulators. Like any retro games you see were probably emulated. Because again, I don't have the connections to hook up a capture card at the time. Didn't even know what a capture card was. I heard, some of the YouTubers maybe mention it, but it's just like from there to now where I'm like, I can't do anything but use a capture card. In fact, now I run a dual PC setup. Old me, young me, I should say, would have been like, what the heck is this? You have two computers and one is just used for streaming and recording and capturing the audio and the video, and this other one you can just put a bunch of games on. I'd still be doing the exact same thing I'm doing now, playing my console and just stuffing my computer with games, because that's exactly what I would want anyway. But it's pretty nice, you know. I will say the because I'm thinking back to, like, man, I have left unsubscribe, or I hear myself. I have left unsubscribed and just ignored completely a bunch of communities. Not so much where I'm like, oh, you know, I don't want to ever interact with anybody ever. But if, you know, people aren't receptive, the frick? If people aren't receptive and people aren't, you know, interactive with you, it's like, obviously you're not going to feel welcome and you're just going to want to leave, which is an absolute fair reaction. Because nowadays, I'll be honest, I don't share my streams as much anymore. Really don't. Like, for me, I've gotten, well, I'll explain a little bit later. I'm not trying to reveal too much. I'm trying to take this step by step, slow myself down, and give myself a chance to really say what I want to. But I don't share my streams that often anymore. I gave up on doing that because I'm like, well, if people show up, they show up. If they don't, they don't. And that's okay because I'm like, hey, look, I'm still here regardless. Because I know at least one person's gonna watch eventually and be like, oh, look, what's this guy doing? It just happens, right? Because I find small streamers and small YouTubers all the time just coming across the page, and I'm like, oh, I click on it, maybe, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? Oh man. But looking back through all the old stuff, I'm like, oh, yep, I did that. I definitely did that. And I tried so many games I tried to play and make it work. Yep, and there's the podcast. Oh man. Gaming is not a crime. I remember that. I mean, that's still my banner. I haven't changed that. And I don't think I will. The same thing goes for my logo. I just the logo was fan made, by the way. For people who don't know that, the logo was fan made. I did not come up with that. My logo before this was a smiley. It was a green smiley face, cartoony, um, and with a black background. That was it. That was me. But someone at some point messaged me and made me the current logo, and I have not changed it because I appreciate the heck out of that, and I feel like it'd be an injustice to um, change that now. It's been a long time, man. It's been a long time, but I think I've enjoyed all 10 years um, of the podcast, and then the 11 for the old YouTube channel. I remember when I first was able to try to play Minecraft. Boy, that was freaking lame. Dude, oh man, the face cam days were the most interesting days. Because I was trying, and I could see on a few games I was really just going for it. I'm like, trying to make it work, trying to make it work. Um, and here we are regressing to what used to be the norm. Did it? It was at some point, you know. And then you had some YouTubers that really stuck to or adapted to, hey, let's play with face cams. Some people started out that way, and that's pretty cool. But I've transitioned to this where I can just sit here and chill. Like, I could have a face cam. There's no lack of technology there. I just refuse to because I'm much too lazy for that these days. But I see all the effort I used to put in for thumbnails and all this other fun stuff, and I'm like, ooh, yes, I did that. Some of these videos were edited pretty well. I see the GTA stuff I've done, GTA Advance for the Game Boy Advance, the old school gaming series. Speaking of which, since we just updated that, because I just added the Mario Kart 64 amped up. Mmm, memories. Because the other Mario Kart 60, the original Mario Kart 64 is in that playlist as well. But I look back and I'm like, oh man, some of the Flash games that I played, the Newgrounds stuff was epic. It was amazing. And I was having genuine fun because it was just games I didn't know anything about. Um, because before YouTube, my gaming experience was in my house or with friends on a console, and that's it. I did okay. I will say this: shouldn't age myself this much, but when we did have a family desktop, I was playing Putt Putt. I love Putt Putt. Putt Putt is actually still for sale on PC now, but digitally. I might buy me some Putt Putt because I enjoyed Putt Putt. I enjoyed the sound effects and whatnot. It didn't come on a floppy disk. I hope. I'm pretty sure that came on a CD. I do remember we had floppy disks. No, we don't talk about that. Okay, we leave that alone and we just don't touch it. Oh, I played Pokemon. Was that the first Pokemon game I played on this channel? Was Pokemon Crystal? Oh, I see. I see what you're doing there. Gosh, Pokemon Crystal. What a freaking time. Still probably one of my favorite Pokemon games to play. Because it's just a classic. At this point, I don't like that is the first one, and that's the only one that I owned for a while myself. And now I gotta switch and have Let's Go Pikachu. Great. See how I skipped a crap ton of generations from the from that game to now? Great. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I see when I discovered OBS because you can see the videos go from. Oh no, I discovered OBS way earlier than I thought. It says 10 years ago for these videos, so I think 2015, somewhere in the second half, I probably discovered OBS. Some videos I did have Bandicam, but I just stuck two videos together. Like I just edited it because I was like, I don't want to stop. I want to keep going because I'm that kind of guy. Ah, man, the face cam days. That's like such a time to be alive. And now I value my privacy somewhat. I don't know. I don't feel like doing the whole rigmarole with the set up the face cam, make sure it looks good, and nope, bite me. Like if you want to see my face, just look at the old videos. I tell people, like, why don't you show your face? I have for a while. I did, and now that I'm, you know, in a position where I don't have to, content's not that serious anymore. Just chill out and not do that. Hold on, let me give me a second. Type some things in. I say I haven't shared my stream in a while, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay. Yes, I'm definitely promoting myself in places because I am that guy. Oh, okay. Sorry, I saw that and I'm like, are you a bot? No, no art bots. The art bots on Discord are the funniest to me. Wait, hello? What the frick? Biddle biddle biddle. Biddle 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 boo. Alright, good. I just had to check that. Oh yeah, and even now I have a mixer. I have a little audio mixer. That's not the best. I think this one's either from Amazon or Temu, one of the two. No, I think the one from Temu I had, and I believe I destroyed it accidentally, probably on purpose, but mostly accidentally. So we're gonna take our break here in about 6 minutes. Um, yeah, see what happens. And I wish I had. Oh yeah, I gotta find something real quick. Because I used to have stuff for this when we did our little breaks and such. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Now I know. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I love that this is still a thing after so long. Okay. All right, we're back. I will have some more stuff for you guys once we take a little break. It'll be a good time, I promise. Ah, can't wait. Something that I really enjoy doing. So at some points, I was heavy into like, oh my gosh, we need a sponsor for the podcast, and I'm like, yeah, let's sponsor. Dude, you guys have no idea. I have tried so many avenues to try to get sponsors. I've signed up for programs and whatnot. Some of those programs were more for like people who had websites and more established like businesses. They're like, you know what? We need to run some ads on here so we can make some extra little revenue. Keep this going. And I've done a lot of research because I listened to podcasts back when I started my YouTube channel, again, and some of those were podcasts that I was like, oh yeah, I need to. And they had ads from like Casper Mattress and these other MeUndies and such, and I was like, how do I get sponsored by them? Because Blue Apron was something I used, so I was like, can I get sponsored by you guys? Are you guys gonna, can I get an ad read or something going on for myself? Now that was like a while after I started, but okay, sorry. I was trying to find something that I saw years ago, but at this point I'm like, wait, yeah, I'm never gonna get that. That also is hurt me a little bit because I was like, wait a minute. Ooh, I will never see some of these things ever again. They would used to search on YouTube, and I'm like, I know what will come up when I search this, and my mind still goes to that at some point. But I'm be honest, I got to get myself out of that mindset because I'm like, ooh, that's not a thing anymore. It's just not. Okay, sorry, we're back. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break here. I've got some things I gotta take care of really quickly. I'll be back in approximately 5, maybe 10 minutes. Hopefully not that long. But yeah. Don't you go anywhere. I will have some stuff waiting for you.
Do you like to gamble? Are you a tough player? Are you the kind of person who just can't pass up a chance to throw some skin in the game? Well, we have the place for you. Do you? Yes, come on down to Billy and Janine's Rat Gut Cafe, where every plate is a gamble. That's another one. That's right, every plate's a gamble. If you pass out on the food but don't die, your meal is free. Steady.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Careful.
Steady
careful.
now.
Whoa, whoa. Easy.
That's it.
Easy.
One
Easy.
foot in front of the other. He made it outside!
Still cow.
Come see us now before the health department shuts us down again! Is meat supposed to be that color?
I don't know, I just burned the hell out of it. They'll never tell the difference.
That's Billy and Janine's Rat Gut Cafe on the frontage road past Popeyes to the left of the free health clinic right next to the animal hospital. What meat is that?
I don't know, it came from the dumpster next door.
That's Billy and Janine's Rat Gut Cafe, open 7 days a week or until we get shut down again. Come on down!
It's coming. Finally, a true low-cost grocery store is coming to your town. You've heard the other promises, now listen to ours. Rock Bottom grocery stores have the absolute lowest prices possible. Pick and can vegetables yourself. Make your own wine with grapes picked on the premises. Grind your flour, slaughter your meat. It's a bold new step in grocery shopping. It's a little more work, but the price is the lowest. Shop the new Rock Bottom grocery store in your town. You won't believe how low prices can get.
Ever wanted to create your own robot slave? Or perhaps you just need to repair that faulty remote control. Either way, we, your locally convenient electronic supply store, have what you need here at 7145 Marketplace. Have any questions? Don't hesitate to give us a call at 330-995-0017. We look forward to seeing you soon here at EdgeTech, where tomorrow begins.
Hi everyone, glad you could make it. Sally, Billy, Susan, Tommy, Hilda, Freddie, Betsy, everybody be sure to wipe your feet. Who are you? I'm Uncle Bill. Uncle who? Uncle Bill from Uncle Bill's Hardwood Flooring. If your hardwood floor needs replacement, call Uncle Bill. Oak, maple, cherry, walnut, ash, mahogany, and more. All for a low, low price with a free estimate. Wow, Uncle Bill, that sounds great. But it doesn't stop there. We're doing free installation for all of 2018. That's right, free installation and a free estimate. Just use the code RADIO when ordering. Go to UncleBill.com or call us at 555-867-5309. That's 555-867-5309. Or visit us in person at 123 Queen Street, York. That's 123 Queen Street, York, Pennsylvania.
I'm back. All right, sorry, that took too long. All right, hopefully everybody's still doing well. We're here. We're gonna wrap this up soon because I want to play some games. But yeah, yeah, man, oh man. So the fake ads were part of that. I used to be so obsessed with trying to get sponsors. I'm like, I need a sponsor. It make me so official to have a sponsor for the podcast. Because if you're gonna have a podcast, you want it to be sponsored by someone. That is the objective for some people. But I kind of just live the average life. So I go to work. I work. Before I worked, YouTube was like my thing, and it was nice to have that as something to put my energy into. Because that reflects now with like my regular job. Like it shows how much I can work at something. It shows how hard I'll work at something to achieve a level of success. That was pretty cool to know. The other things that we did in that 10 years is we eventually started doing music. Pandemic time, it happened. And here I am. I released another album this year. Kind of just like a more of a review, wrap up sort of thing. And it was nice. It was nice to be able to do that again. I'm not saying I'm done because like I'm still learning stuff. By the time I make another one, I will have learned a lot more and gone a little bit further with it. I'm not gonna say I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm ready to write a full length symphony. No, not anytime soon. That is not in the plans for me. At least not that I know of. Something happens and inspiration just strikes one day and I write like an hour's worth of music, then sure, I'll put it out there. I won't hesitate, believe me. Yeah. No, what the frick? You stop that. You go back. Shush. I do plan on eventually studying music theory so I can get a better grasp on some basic things and like, oh, this is why your music's terrible. Because that's just kind of that's the point to where I would like to get to. Is understanding why. Because I know it's not the best, and that's okay with me. Because I'm like, I'm an amateur. I don't have any classical training or anything like that. I'm self-taught with most of the stuff that I've done, and I've just been kind of experimenting and mimicking some of what I've heard. So anything, any sequences, any string arrangements or anything like that, melodies, harmonies, all that stuff, I take it from other music that I listen to, and it's heavily influenced by that. So that's fine. As long as I'm not making the exact same song, I'm okay with it. Once I find myself, halfway through it, I'm like, man, this sounds super familiar and super good. Oh, that's why. Yeah, no. Then I would stop and reevaluate. But most of everything I've done has just been, oh, I like how the keys sound in this song, so I'm gonna take that, add a different drum line to it, and just kind of change up the groove a little bit and see how that goes. And usually it works. But we did plenty of music. Not gonna lie, it was all fun to make, no matter how it turned out. Like, because I was determined after I was finished to post it, so clearly I had some fun with it. It was worth it to me to post. So no regrets there. But I look back over all the games we've played, and it's been it's been a really good time. I'm really excited for whatever comes next as we continue down this weird road of content creation. Because I'm still gonna keep doing it. For a while, we were doing the gym streams, but I no longer have a gym to go to, nor do I have a frickin' tripod anymore. That sucker broke. I was mad. I was kind of just sad. That sucker broke on me. I'm sorry, I looked at a video and I believe that's when I changed my my logo. Because I'll be honest, this was This came from a person that I don't know who they were. They had said they were a fan and shot me a message in the DMs, and they're like, "Yeah, this is for you. You know, here you go." I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." And I never had contact with that person afterwards. We didn't talk. We didn't like. There was no conversation even over the image. They just gave that to me, and now that's mine forever. So that's something I'm forever grateful for that a fan gave me, and I was like, "Oh, great! Didn't know I had people like that." That's always a shocker to me because I'm like, people will just go out of their way and just sometimes randomly do nice stuff like that. I will do nice stuff for people randomly too. Well, you got to keep it going. Got to keep it going. Oh, I remember when I used to number the the episodes of the podcast, and I remember when that got so messed up because I started posting on Spotify. And now people hate Spotify, so I'm like, ooh, this is a good time for me to come back here. Just like, oh, I didn't leave. Don't mind the fact that the podcast randomly stops at like what 50 something, and then I come back and it's like, ooh, oh, I'm having a crisis. Sorry, I just see the stuff that I post in the thumbnails and the titles, and I'm like, really? Definitely did some oopsies, revealing events that weren't meant to be revealed, or at least stuff that I wasn't allowed to talk about. Because I was in a lot of Facebook groups for YouTube. It's kind of a weird thing, but it was a thing. I was like, oh, okay. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, I did make that thumbnail. That was nice of me. But there's a ton of games that and there's collabs and stuff, and yeah, I am happy and fine with leaving discords. I'm happy and fine with removing myself from certain circles and groups because if I'm not active and I don't interact, I don't need to be there. I'm just taking up a slot that could be taken up by somebody else who can be interactive and do things, and I'm super happy that I had the time that I did with all these people, and I'm glad that it's over now, so I don't have to keep up any sort of image, and and just chill out. Because people change. It's been 10 years, right? It's been 10 years. People change, and that's okay. Man, if only I could make it through Ocarina of Time. I got quite a few episodes in on that one, and for some reason, I don't remember why I stopped. It's been too long for me to even try to remember. Played many Pokemon games and even tried playing Halo 4. That game sucked. We don't talk about Halo 4. Oh, the other one that came after that sucked too, but man, what a time. And I'm just happy. Like I look back and I'm like, this is what I made. At the end, of my life when when I die, you guys will be able to look back at this stuff because the YouTube channel is just gonna stay up. I'm not gonna have it taken down. I plan to just leave it up for you guys to be like, look, here's this. And at some point I will do the thing and make a video of like, hey, if you're seeing this, this is my last upload because the inevitable happened. And I don't know if I should make that now or see and wait and play the waiting game, see how long I do live. I'm not diseased. Nothing's wrong with me. I keep myself healthy, but stuff happens. Um, in the last couple years, I lost a classmate who was younger than I was, so that was a shocker when it did happen, and I was like, ooh, it was somebody I had grown up with, and I was like, oh, that's a little too close to home for me. So, and I've never, I won't say I'm never, but I grew out of the I'm immortal phase pretty fast because teenagers have that. Teenagers and kids, they have that. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna die. I don't even think about that. Like, yeah, we could talk about death, but the idea of you perishing is foreign. And the reality of it is too distant from a lot of kids and teenagers because the thought doesn't occur. But as an adult, boy, it happens. And as I get older, and you guys, I posted on YouTube and posted in my Discord. I lost my sister-in-law to cancer recently, so it is not something that I'm like that's in the back of my that I ignore. My mortality is very much like it's in my mind. Yep, I know. At some point it'll be my turn, but until then, I'm gonna live life and enjoy the heck out of it, and I do. So I keep doing this stuff. I enjoy it. I love it, and I will not stop. I've done this while I was sick, probably when I shouldn't have been speaking, but I spoke anyway. I've done this when I was depressed. Like a good chunk of my YouTube content was done during the years that I was suffering with depression, and now that I'm not, I'm away from that. I'm able to relax and enjoy games that I think this is closer. The content I produce now would be closer to what I used to be able to do, because I'm playing more games that I truly enjoy, like Tales of Arise. We are more than 40 hours into this, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is enjoyable. This is a game I can invest in. Because we talked about it, and I made another post on YouTube about this as well, and I think in Discord, maybe. But I believe I am in this era in my life where I'm done with competitive shooters, and even casual like COD. I'm done with COD. Battlefield is always open and on the table because I like Battlefield 1, and as long as they keep the servers up, we're cool. I will not say that is off the table because I enjoy that one. Now, don't get me wrong, Call of Duty Ghosts, favorite COD for me, favorite COD. I'm not going to say best, but it's my favorite, and that's all that matters. I have exhausted myself of competitive shooters. I tried to play Overwatch Stadium ranked the other day on stream, did not have a good time. I was lagging behind because I haven't played the game in a while, and it takes time for me to get into the rhythms and get the aim right and get the where I'm gonna my positioning correct. And it was off, and I just felt terrible about it because I'm like, oh, this team's gonna suffer now. And as usual, I encounter the toxic teammates who were talking trash about their own teammates and be like, GG's guys, my team's trash, you guys are gonna win. That sucks that my team can't be competent. And I'm like, I hate that environment. And I hate that atmosphere so much. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm like, bro, that does not help. No matter how many times people say it, that doesn't help. Being toxic to your own teammates that are there trying to play the game and trying to win. It's not like, because, I've had bad games. People talk trash about me, and I'm like, dude, I'm here trying to win. And I'm just having an off game. That happens. It's never worth yelling at, some rando online about, like, man, you're trash. Why are you playing this game? You're such a freaking loser. It's like, you're also playing the same game as I am. So, if I'm the loser, what does that make you? Because we're on the same team, buddy. If you want me to do better, how about be like encouragement? Like, you can do this, because I guarantee that can influence the outcome a lot more and more in your favor if you just, like, hey, I know I see you're not doing too well, but it's okay. We still have time to win this, and I hope we win this. But I believe in you. I believe in you. Oh man. Yeah, I had to stop because I can't do that. It's most of the toxic teammates, because the competitive scene in itself is not something that I'm against. I enjoyed it while I was playing Overwatch Stadium for the first season it came out, the second season it came out. I was like, heck yeah, this is great. Because Paladins is dead to me, because a bunch of the team was fired, dev team. So there's no more major updates. They announced that on Steam. I saw it, No more major updates, so that's cool. That's great. So the game's dead to me. And Overwatch Stadium was that like light at the end of the tunnel. I was like, oh wait, oh there's another way I can keep playing this kind of game. Um, but I forget the Overwatch community is freaking toxic. Also, I tried. This must have been months and months and months ago, earlier in the year, I'm sure. I tried to play with other Paladins players. No. There's some weird people that play Paladins, and I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should have known it and should have figured that out, but that was uncomfortable. I just wanted that's what I can say. It was uncomfortable. I was like, ooh, they're weird, but that's okay. That's whatever. So now I play a lot of single player games or just co-op games, stuff that I play with Crazy and Reedy, because I can trust those two not to be toxic to the point that's going to make me not want to play the game ever again. Um, and whoever, and a few other friends that I've known for a while, I'm just like, yeah, I can play games with you. You're not going to make me angry. Yeah, again, to the point where I'm like, I got to get up and walk away from the game. Unless it's something that Reedy happens to be really good at, any type of shooter, Reedy will get you. She's just that good. Don't ever, 1v1 her on Fortnite. Oh yeah, Fortnite. I mostly dropped Fortnite for the last like two or three major updates. I was not updating my game. I updated my game when the Halloween stuff happened because I was like, yeah. Before that, it had been months, because my auto updates sometimes happen. For some games, they just don't. I don't know why. It might be just a setting I have to change on my Xbox, but whatever. But yeah, I just intentionally did not update it because I'm like, I'm not playing it. I'm not gonna update it. So I'd updated for the Halloween stuff. That took a minute because I had to go through about 2 rounds of updates, and then now we're on the Simpsons stuff as of now when I'm recording this, and it's paused. Like I'm on my main screen of my Xbox and it's paused because I just didn't want to update it because I'm not playing it. I think somebody else said it best. A creator I follow said it on Instagram. Like battle royales are kind of falling out a little bit. I can see the fire dwindling. What the fuck? Okay, I can see the fire dwindling. And people not being as interested in playing them. So and for me, it's like I've played Fortnite. I loved the rank mode for zero build, and I played that to death. I got diamond. That's my highest officially. And I don't care. After that, I'm like, cool. I'm done. We're good. I don't have anything else to prove. Unreal was never possible for me. Well, okay, I never was like gonna ever go for that. I'm gonna be honest. That would take a lot more patience because getting to diamond, it's like, oh yeah, I'm within the regular listing of ranks, but Unreal is like you got to get up there. Really got to put in some effort for that. And I was like, no. I did Siege. Top Siege. Freaking agonizing. It was just like all that stuff was kind of agonizing. It did. After a while, you get sick of it. You get tired of the tenseness and being frustrated for failing if you did fail, or teammates failing if they did fail, or getting trash talked when you're messing up, but overall you're still doing better than the person who trash talks you. That stuff too. Like, buddy, you're at the bottom of the board. What are you talking about? Why are you speaking to me right now? Like, it's oh man. I don't like that just it bothered me to a point where I was like, nope, can't do it anymore. We're just gonna leave it alone, play some story games. It's even driven me to start reading books again. So yeah, no, we're easing into the relaxed Midwestern chill phase. If I had a porch to sit on, I'd be sitting on it, but I don't. So I just sit in my office here while we just chill out, play some games, and relax. Oh yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I got rid of my Twitter a while ago. I think, this is probably after I moved, but this is it's been a while, and I've been happier without it because Twitter is a cesspool of doom and gloom. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I don't really go on Facebook or anything like that, so I'm just, every now and then I get a good Instagram reel to pass my desk, and I'm like, ooh, nice. I'll share that or save it. But that's it. Social media is just, I don't interact with it all that much. The meaning has gone down ever since I stopped promoting any of my content. So, because Twitter was the main place I posted the content, it's the main way I promoted it, and I'm like, after there's, I think it was like the last day I had Twitter. It was Crazy and I that were talking, and he was like, "I'm gonna take a break from Twitter," and I was like, I'm done with Twitter. I'm gonna delete it." He deleted his too. He reactivated his, but for whatever reason, he likes his gaming updates, so I don't judge him on that one. But I just couldn't stand the overall atmosphere of Twitter. It's just toxic, overwhelming, and just overall stupid. People are too sensitive, and it just. I think at that point too, the AI, not the AI. Was it AI? There were bot replies, bot videos, AI videos, like AI replies. That's what all the comment sections were. Yeah, it was the bot replies. That got so annoying because I'm like, where are the real people? And then the real posts that I did see were trash. Anyway, and trust me, I had been curating for years at that point because I'd been on Twitter for a long time. Um, this would probably be last year. We're in 25, so 24. Yeah, it would have been last year. And I'm like, I spent time curating. I blocked a lot of people. I know that for sure. I I blocked and muted a lot of words because I made sure I did that because I'm like, nope, certain things I just don't want to see or don't want to hear about. That's what's fun about social media is that you got to curate it. You're able to. I'm glad I'm able to. I can block certain words. I blocked a lot of people because I'm like, you're posting stuff I don't want to see. I'm like, ooh, that's not good for my eyes. Let's get away from that. I'm glad I deleted it. I'm happy to be away from it. And I hope I don't ever get tempted to go back, which I'm really not. It's just, I don't, like, I haven't visited the Twitter website, or X, I should say, in a while. Like, since then, just been out here. Anybody considering deleting social media, go ahead and do it. Believe me. Unless you've got, obviously, some friends that are like, hey, this is the only way I have to reach them, then, maybe keep it for them. But otherwise, just get them to either go on a different platform, like get a Discord, have them join that. That's a lot more simplistic. And you don't have to worry about people posting stuff that you're like, ooh, is somebody, terrible gonna show up on my feed one day? Am I gonna, like, no. It's just you and your friends in a big group chat or something like that. Like, yeah, make a text group chat with your friends. Even if they're online, unless you guys, I mean, obviously, if you guys are international, then make a Discord because nobody wants to pay that kind of money texting back and forth. That's still not cheap as far as I know. On the Veterans Day video I made for Veterans Day vlog I made 5 years ago. Hey, this is funny because it's exactly 5 years ago because it's Veterans Day here in the States. Don't care. And lo and behold, nothing special because I work. it's like, oh, great. I gotta go to work. I don't really care about much else. I get fed at work, food at home. So I'm okay. So I got free food today anyway. No matter what happened, I would get free food today. I'm just glad that. Actually, I am more glad that I got free food at work. Yeah. Yeah, I do forget about that. I don't have to like so I work at a wonderful job now that we have actual chefs cooking fresh meals for us. They get because we it's funny because my team's the one who handles their deliveries, so we see what kind of stuff they get, what kind of ingredients and whatnot they get. They get a bunch of fresh stuff, and it's well packaged, and they make it. Breakfast is great, lunch is great, and I come home and then I get to eat another meal that I make or wife makes. Fine, everything's peachy. I did have a stint of editing for other people for a little bit there. For which glad I finished with that. Glad I wasn't in any deal of that because I'm like, man, this day that because the day I just unfollowed because one of those streamers I unfollowed recently, and I was like, ooh, like oh yeah, that happened. I made gym vlogs. Oh yeah, I did make gym vlogs. I was man, I do a lot. I did a lot of stuff because I could. Now it was fun. When you're having fun, you just do. Ah, my first sponsored video. That was actually like, ooh yeah, here's this, and I legit did a sponsored video for Brio Bottle. I don't know if Brio Bottle's still around or not. Some of these companies end up disappearing. I don't know why. We're not gonna talk about that. Like, oh yeah, there's a business. The supplement company I used to use still around for my protein and pre-workout. They still exist. Man, 4 years ago, I was on the road for a 400-pound deadlift, and I did not get there. I forgot what happened. I hurt my frickin' back, is what happened. Yeah, that was the that was the year I nearly crippled myself. New Year's, I remember that. That was horrible. I barely stand. I couldn't really stand up straight at all. I was hunched over. I was almost bent 90 degrees because my discs were did not my spine did not appreciate that. So for a few days I was laying down and doing just that, laying down. Like I think back to that and I'm like, ooh, I rehabbed myself. I didn't go to a doctor for that. I should have probably. I'm fine now. Um, there are occasions if I lift something wrong, my body's like, no, you don't, and it'll hurt. Not nearly as bad as that did, lifting heavier weights and such. Now I don't do that to help preserve my body a little bit longer. Uh, Not having a gym is both a blessing and a curse, say, because I miss being at the gym, miss lifting heavy weights, and I'm wiser now. I'm no longer a personal trainer because my certification expired last month, and I let it expire. I was like, nope, not going to renew this. Gosh, there's so many videos I could have done better. And I'm looking back and I'm like, oh man, I could have done that better. I could have edited that better. And it's like, yeah, I could have, but I didn't. So it is what it is. Start uploading clips. And then, here we are today. And we're playing we finished Liza P. Thank goodness. 3 months ago. Did I not post that to YouTube? Oh, I'm a jerk. I robbed YouTube of the last. Those VODs are definitely gone because that's 3 months ago. Ooh, I'm so sorry, Chad, for that one because we did finish it and it was a good game. Man, Starfield, I wish we could finish it. We don't have Game Pass. I don't care. I'm I'm not pressed over Game Pass at all. Because even though we have some spending money, and I could possibly get it for a month, it would only be for the online portion, so it'd be the bare minimum. So it wouldn't make sense to have that. I don't care that. We did play a lot of Delta Force. The extraction shooter. It's good. Is good. Can't really say too many bad things about that. The amount of stuff that they just give you for completing missions, my stash was always full. No complaints there. And then Tales of Arise. Oh. I like how the video portion is 2, 3, 4, 11, 16, and 17 and 18. And it's like, what the heck are we doing? Yeah, I plan to do some classic games after we go ahead and finish Tales of Arise. But until then, we're just gonna keep playing through it, hoping to finish it soon, and YouTube will get to see it. We'll upload it. I was trying to push it the last stream I did of it to try to finish it, but it just the talking. We spent a majority of, I think, the episode before the last session I had, where like 80% of the video was just dialogue. Oh my gosh, I nearly fell asleep on stream, and I should have just stayed asleep, honestly, if I could, if there was an autoplay feature for moving my character around and going to do all these talking interactions. Gosh, I was so tired and sleepy because of that. I was like, are we done yet? No. I had to look at my phone a few times just to be like, oh, social media. Let me scroll a little bit to keep me awake. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking boring. Like, I'm a patient person when it comes to some of these games. But Tales of Arise, when it gets too dialogue heavy, I just gotta skip it. And I told the audience that. You guys are aware of that. When it gets too heavy, I skip it. But yeah, see what we can do. Yeah, 10 years. 10 years of Twitch. 10 years of podcast and 11 years of YouTube. There's a lot of years. There's a lot of years of doing things. They're all concurrent, so one after. It's just we're all here. We're all served together. It's like, oh, I did all these things, and I'm surprised I was able to keep up with most of the crap that I did. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've played so many games and just jumped all over the place, and ay, here we are, chilling. This is the entire mood of what I do now, is I'm very chill. I was very, I wouldn't say energetic, but very serious about what I did many years ago. With the face cam, with the editing, the podcast was more official. This is just, I'm here. How you doing? And and it is what it is. If it goes great. If it goes bad, great. I have no reputation to uphold. I am merely here doing something because it's fun. And I like to have fun. So, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Wow. But I will say, out of anything that I miss from the old days, is just how you could go and play games like Gary's Mod or any Flash game, and the video would do just so well. Like, you could just put, and 10-minute episodes. Oh my gosh, do I miss 10-minute episodes? Holy frick. Because it wasn't such, because it was a short amount of entertainment. Shorts were not around at that point. I mean, Vine existed, 7 seconds or 6 seconds, whatever it was. Oh man, but not in the same way as shorts exist like now. Clips from Twitch exist now. Like, oh, this short form content, TikTok, it's Instagram Reels. That the majority of that was not around. So 10-minute episodes were like that was the short form content that was phenomenal. Because 10-minute videos, it's perfect length. And for an hour, that's 6 videos. You can get halfway through a let's play series, of a good story game or something. It's like, oh, that's fantastic. Oh man, I miss 10-minute videos. That was the wonderful thing about Bandicam and using that and having that restriction. It kept content flowing like a lot more frequently because that was the standard at the time. 10-minute videos. Oh, perfect. You can fit a lot in 10 minutes. Attention spans steadily go down, and that's just kind of how society's been moving because a lot of this shorter form content has been pushed. And I don't really dabble in it besides the Twitch clips you guys see. That's about as far as it gets. For me, at least. Gosh, I miss 10-minute videos. And I've been tempted a few times to go back to doing that. I have the ability to do that. I still am quite capable of the Let's Play format, but with some of these games like Tales of Arise, it's meant to be longer. Like, I don't mind the hour-long videos. I actually love hour-long videos because I don't have to pick something else, that fast. But 10-minute videos were definitely engaging because there was a lot you could do. Like those videos felt longer than they were at some points because of who was playing the game and how they were playing the game. And it was just like, oh man, this 10 minutes feels like 30 minutes, but it's only 10. Ah, yeah, I know you watch your hour-long queso videos. I know you like them. But I enjoy 10-minute videos. I enjoy 10-minute, but I also enjoy like the hour-long videos. And I enjoy making hour-long videos because one, I know I'm not gonna edit them because it's an hour long, and I've parsed through footage that long before, and I'm like, nah, we're not doing that for a long time. Oh man, gosh. And I say to some degree I miss editing because there was a sense of there's a big sense of creativity to it, putting in all the different memes, putting out bits that were terrible, parts that were freaking dull, because especially in a video, because this is streaming, so I'm like I can say whatever I want to and be quiet for as long as I want to because it's a live stream and people will pop in and pop out regardless. And my intention isn't to keep you here all the full length of my streaming time. So like you go do whatever you need to because people work. I work while other people stream. Hard for me to stay the whole time. So it's like, the value of the view is not as hefty versus a YouTube video. My throat is starting to not feel good. So I haven't talked like just this much for this long. This is also what happens with podcasts and why I miss doing it so frequently is because my vocal cords were properly exercised and I was able to talk 2 hours if I wanted to, nonstop. But yeah, I happy to be where we are now in a space where I don't feel pressured to make content. I just do because I love it. And that's originally why I was here. I think the depression years kind of pushed that to a different point of view. And I'm glad the perspective has been refreshed, and I'm glad I'm able to be back here and be like, hey, hear me because I want to, not because I have to. It's a fun thing, and I want to be here. If I could be here 5 days a week, I would be. If I could, I would be. My schedule allowed for. Because there was a time I wasn't working, and I was here 7 days a week, I think. So, I'd play so many games, get so much stuff done. We've been here, there, everywhere. We've been on other people's shows. We've collabed with other people. I've had people on my show. The amount of times we've had to talk about YouTube having problems. Gosh, I miss when YouTube was the main one having problems and Twitch was like just twitching. We're here just being like nothing happening. Now we have Twitch that has a lot of problems. Not protected. protecting their people. And it's just like, it's frustrating. I usually watch 10-minute to an hour-long videos like Peanut Man. Yeah, Peanut Man's funny. His shorts, I do end up watching, unfortunately. I don't think I could sit through longer than a minute of him. Not because he's not boring. Obviously, he's entertaining, but I think minute long clips are perfect for him. He's just silly, bombastic guy. I love it. But we're reviving some of the old ways because we just brought back the old school gaming series for at least one video. Curious. Because I thought about that and I'm like, wait a minute, we're playing this classic game. I wonder what I should list this under. Perfect. I already have that series established. It's been an extremely long time since I had added anything to that series. I'm glad today was it. But congratulations. And to all of you for being here in the present, where I'm in a much better mental state. Reedy having an attention span. Yeah, I know. Reedy is like, oof. Yeah, Reedy will lose attention real quick. Real quick. Reedy is a squirrel. Reedy the squirrel. But yeah. What the fuck just happened? Oh, it was a bot. Nobody cares. Go away, bot. You're freaking lame. Yeah, I think that's good enough for my reflection. Oh man, we did a good time. We talked about so much here. A lot of the old games we used to play, and the transition from content. Because I went from doing what I thought would be the best and the most attention grabbing stuff on YouTube, because that was obviously my original form of content, where I got to Twitch literally the next year. A lot of these Flash games were from Newgrounds and other websites that I knew people were playing. Because again, the YouTubers that I used to watch, these are the games they would play, and I'm like, I'll play that game. Even a few I got to play before they did, which was weird being in that space. It's like, oh, I played this game before they did. Well, that's strange. But now it's like, oh, yeah, that happens. That's just how it goes. And switching from face cam and vlogs to you don't see me anymore, even though I look the frickin' same. I have not changed. I don't age, apparently. I really don't. I either get super into what I'm doing or have the attention span of really have ADHD. Like I like this is maybe, or maybe it's ADD. I forget which one. Because both of those have their little nuances. Oh, you got tested. Oh, you just have a terrible attention span. Okay, well, that's good to know. All right. Oh, fudge. And then we talked about how our first video was not actually anything I did, but it was Team 4 Stars. One of Team 4 Stars videos. It's like, 6 times? Jeez. Well, fair enough, I guess. You got tested. I can't say anything different. And the games I used to play were so arbitrary, but so interesting. And now, I mean, I guess I still play some interesting games, but now it's more well-known stuff that people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm aware of that exists." Yep, nobody believed the guys doing the test. Yeah, fair enough. I don't think I would at the time. Gosh, I missed when Gary's Mod was the thing. These little games. We beat Titan Souls. years later, but we beat it. My little happy of my little thanks for 50 subs. Oh yeah, that is the other thing I was mentioning earlier. Is by that time I had 50 subs. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Chat, what's 4 times 29? I had put out 116 videos before I got to my 50 subs. And that has been 4 times 29. I got it. I did it as I asked you guys. I don't know why I asked. But that and my 117th video was me making that. Thanks for 50 subs. That was I think that's something that I prided myself on at that point, was just pumping out content because I've got nearly 1,000 videos. Nearly. We're at 967. I don't know what I'm going to do for my 1,000th video, but it's going to be something stupid, I can tell you that much. Just waiting for it. Waiting for that time to tick down. It's a literal countdown at this point where I'm like, oh, what are we going to do? So I got Lords of the Fallen, the original one, from 2014. I got it for $1 because of course I did. Because these jack wagons on didn't do a good job. Not gonna lie. Now, and we might play this just for a little bit. I like to beat things up. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. But thank you, YouTube, so much for being here. I appreciate you. You guys have been real good to me all these years. In our soon to be 11th year. Once December hits. Here's to 11 more, hopefully. I get to sit here and make more memories. Joy might. While I still have it. Get out of here. I was going to do Slime Rancher 2, but it didn't run well when I played it before. I think that might have been on cloud gaming on my computer. I'm like, ooh, if cloud gaming isn't working all that well, I don't know if actually buying the game is going to do me any good. I am setting up. I just had to adjust myself because I'm looking at my other monitor. But until next time, YouTube, you guys stay safe out there. I will catch you in the next one. Right, now we cut off YouTube. They've had enough of me. I've had enough of them. I know Slime Rancher 2 is good.